This is the Honor 200 Smart in black. You can see on the back there appear to be 4 cameras in this group, but that's a flash, that's a depth of field, so it's actually got a 50 megapixel camera and that's it, and that is just a logo. I'll take some sample photos and show you what they're like. And comes with this protective cover, so peel that off, and it's quite a big phone. So what I'm replacing is this. I'll take it out. This has been really good. I've had it 5 years, but the problem is the battery. It's a Redmi, and look at that. This is when they were trying to get into the mobile phone market, and it's got a glass back, Gorilla Glass back, Gorilla Glass front, really nice phone, and as I say, the battery's almost dead, so it's really, they're uneconomic to replace. So what have we got on this one? I'm going to have to set it up. Apart from that, you have on the back a jack, USB-C, speakers, and here there's a little hole which I assume if I take this pin that's supplied, and push it in there. What can we put in? Okay, it's got room for 2 SIMs in there. And the phone itself is 8 gig of main memory and 256 gig of storage, which should be enough. So I'm going up from 4 and 64 on this one. Price of this is €180, about $200. That was with a discount. It seems to be giving some discounts at the moment. And the phone, apparently, it's already got a protective glass front on the phone. The actual back on this one's plastic, but it feels fairly good. So I'll try and get it installed. After a bit of faffing, I got the device installed, and as you can see, the interface is fairly clean. There's not a lot of crapware. There's depends what you call crapware, of course. AliExpress, TikTok, etc. If I hold that down though, I can just click on uninstall and get rid of it to clear things up. It didn't sync with my phone, so I'm going to have to do that manually. Get all the Google Play apps down that I was using, and Booking. Yeah, I don't want Booking.com. Use all that through the web interface. So what can I tell you about this phone? It's 6.8 inch screen, so it's these phones keep getting bigger, and indeed this one is slightly bigger than my old phone, which I used to think was almost like a tablet. The screen itself is 2412 pixels by 1080 pixels, so it's a big resolution. I think it goes up to 120 Hz refresh. As I said earlier, 256 gigaoctets of storage, 8 gig of main memory. Seems, just swiping through it seems fairly fluid. The battery is 5,200 milliamperes. Should be good for a day's worth of browsing or whatever. Takes 2 nano SIMs. That's good. There doesn't seem to be any external SD card slot that I could see, and I couldn't find it in the specs. Video wise, it does HD 1920 by 1080. My old phone used to do 4K and it used to do HD at 60 frames per second. This only does 30 frames per second, which is surprising given the sensor is an 8K by 6K sensor. So it should be capable of better, and I assume that's down to the processor that's used. It's IP64, so it's dust resistant and splash resistant. Don't drop it in water, basically. There's a fingerprint reader on the side here somewhere, there, which you can use to unlock the device, and it will also do facial recognition. Comes, as I said, not too many apps on there, so that's fairly clean, so that's makes it easy to navigate. And usual Snapdragon, etc. So it's an Android entry to mid-level phone, basically. 5G, NFC, which were two things that I wanted, because the 4G signal's not great around here. 5G is better. And just looking around the phone, you can see it's a fairly square shape, which they tend to do these days. 8mm thick, and I think it weighs about 180 grams. Yeah, it's a bit lighter than my old phone. I had trouble with my gimbal putting that on there. But this phone is all glass, whereas this is plastic.
네, 이거 팩 비싸지야. 여기
100 多度。
对。